Dude, what a tank. Boom. All right, good morning, guys. It's December 10th. I'm sick, nasally, tired, cold. I was hunting the way other side of this, like the north side of it, and there's just trucks everywhere. Found this spot because there was nobody here. There's all kinds of big sign in here, so I stuck a cell cam and was getting nothing, but the big sign was still popping up in here. So I probably put 5 or 6 sits in here. I had a cell cam in here, and I went to pull it, and there was all kinds of big sign in here. So I moved the cell cam and just continued to do what I normally do, just go hunt sign. And it wasn't until this weekend that I got a picture of a target buck. So that trail camera's been in here for a month almost. And I got my first picture of a shooter 3 days ago. Actually in like a little island of like 10 trees here. I'm really just kind of pulling an observation sit. But really I'm just sitting here trying to watch a bedding area behind this cornfield that I think possibly this buck is using. Getting a picture of this deer has left me with more questions than answers, because if I haven't got pictures of him that often and the sign keeps popping up, then where is this deer at? When you find a big buck on public ground late season, observation sits are key. If you can get eyeballs on what he's doing and then make a game plan from there. Sometimes you don't get that opportunity, sometimes you just gotta guess, but we're gonna try to hunt this sucker now. Just got back to the truck here, and I am feeling it. I don't feel good at all. Sick, tired. You know, when you're sick, you just don't have energy. That's kind of how I feel. I still want to check out this little section right here next to the truck. I've only scouted the perimeter. I kind of want to dive in, not very far, but just kind of poke in a little bit. I think between this right here next to the road and where my other trail camera's at, I think is where I have him narrowed down. I'm not saying that he's not using closer to the cornfield where I was scouting just a little bit ago, because I'm sure he is. But I think between here and there's so much big buck sign that this has got to be his quote unquote home range. I'm not really 100% convinced of where I need to be this evening, or we're gonna take a trip over here and scout this little spot. Let's go try it out. I think I found old boy's bedroom. Just so we're clear, it's almost in my chest. That's one. 2, 3. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to hunt this. Tons of fresh buck poop.
What is that? That is a full-size tree.
That rub right down there. I jumped in the creek and came up the other side. And there's buck beds with fresh shit in it from today. And that fresh is, or that rub right here is fresh. whether it's like a signpost, like where he comes back and habitually hits it or what, but the rub by itself, December 10th, just isn't a reason to stay. But crossing this creek and finding buck beds with big buck tracks coming up this, back into it, out of it, he's probably got different beds in here. Just kind of sets up differently every day. So my game plan is to get in a tree right here, next to it, as quiet as possible, because I was talking to Tyler and we both agree like that deer could be within 80 yards from where I'm at right now. Crawl my way through here, try to get into a position to shoot this freaking deer. He was in here today, last night, this morning, so I just got to be here when he does it again. All right, it is December 19th, and it is 12 o'clock. On the way to Public, it's about 35 degrees today. It's been 40s and 50s the last 4 days. And then all of a sudden we got a really big cold front yesterday and kind of last night. But last night when the cold front came through, I had deer on camera at 3. So I'm thinking if I can get in the stand by 3, I'll be okay. To the spot that we've been hunting since the mid-November, and that is where I had the trail cameras. I did get a picture of a big buck on December 7th. Last week I put like 4 sits in this spot where I found a big rub. I don't think the buck that I got pictures of is living in there, like living where the trail camera is, I guess. It was the only picture that I've gotten of him since. I didn't have any pictures of him any other time. That was gun season, so I think he probably got pushed out of wherever he was at and came in there. He could be a complete random deer, 100%. So my thought process is if I can take that trail camera and move it a little bit closer to where I think I can target this animal with the cell cam, and then jump out and swing on the other side and go hunt. The trail camera game is a little new to me. Not that I haven't run trail cameras, I have, but I haven't ran cell cameras like this. I do like it. I like the fact that I can throw up a trail camera and then I don't have to spend an hour and a half of my day to go check it, and I can just look on my phone real quick and see if it sent it to me, see what's been in there. I can kind of make some educated guesses on what's going on with the trail cameras as far as, hey, I'm getting movement during daylight at 3 o'clock in some of these spots. Well, then now I know, okay, like around 3 o'clock there are deer on their feet. There has been the last couple days. And so it just kind of that's kind of what I've been using it for more than anything. I like the fact that I can use them for that kind of situation, but I haven't really seen much of a difference in it making any decision on how I'm hunting, where I'm hunting. I'm gonna shut up. We're pulling into the property real quick, time to make this 1,000-yard dash and go in there, move this trail camera, and then get back to the other side and try to get on one of these bucks in the next couple days. I got fresh buck tracks. So, decent track, but I just kicked like 3 deer out of this pocket, and I think they're all does. It's 1:15. I just walked this bank, and there's all kinds of tracks on the bank, and I popped up and was kind of doing some scouting, just glassing. I wanted to see what this cove looked like, and wasn't disappointed. As soon as I popped up on the ridge, giant buck tracks, 4 big rubs. I'm in his bedroom. Now I just got to figure out how to hustle this deer. not going to be able to get the camera on this deer over here. But I got 2 bucks like 55 yards away in this thicket. A little forky. And it looks like a basket rack. That basket rack buck looks just like the buck that I had underneath me about a month ago. Chasing does about a mile away. Alright, so right spot, wrong deer. I'm way on the back side of this bedding area, up against the lake. They say you can't get back in the bedding set up on a calm wind in the morning without spooking them. And if that would have been my target buck, he would have been dead. The game plan definitely worked. There was more deer. Probably, I'm guessing, at like 100 yards in front of me. Completely upwind. And they were on the other side of this thicket, so it's not like they seen me or anything. And it sounded big and nasally when it blew, and I don't know what it was blowing at. I didn't park in the parking lot. When I drove by, there was nobody in it, but that doesn't mean that someone didn't show up while I was walking and got in the other side of me here and got busted. It's still early in the morning. I'm going to try to sit this out as long as I can. Being in the bedding area, I think you could get movement back here most of the morning. Skeptical that I'm going to shoot that big buck now that whatever was making that noise up in here. If it was my target buck and he blew at something, he could be trying to loop back around in here, get a little bit deeper. So we're definitely going to wait it out.